Welcome back. Now in this video, we're going to be discussing using PLR to create a local offline workshop. Now when you purchase PLR, you typically get the content at a wholesale or a distributor price. However, the question is, how will you get people to buy at the real price or the real value of the content that you have? At the $47 or $97 level or even more. And one of the best ways to accomplish this is to use your PLR content to create a keynote or a workshop. Now in this case, what you're doing is you're relying on the PLR to fill gaps in your knowledge of the subject matter. You're also relying on the PLR to give you a head start in creating the presentation materials for your workshop or your talk. The reason this is important is that you want to spend the bulk of your time marketing your workshop. Now there are several aspects of a workshop where your PLR is going to be useful to you. Now first, what you're going to want to do is to have your content to use as a lead magnet for people to join your email marketing list. You're going to make it available to people in order to be the solution to their problem. And because they want to solve their problem, they're going to want to get your lead magnet so they'll opt into your list. The second thing you'll want to do is to have pre-workshop content to engage people while they wait for your workshop. Now, this is a great use of PLR so that you can stay focused on marketing. In other words, you're going to give your users, you're going to give the people who are going to be interested in the subject matter of the workshop something to do, something to think about, maybe a case study that they can apply, or something that they can be working through in their own life or in their own business, whatever your niche is, so that they are engaged with you. They are engaged and getting excited about the workshop, and you can use PLR for that. Now third, you can always use written content for any of the actual workshop presentation. And basically what that's going to mean is that you are going to be able to give your attendees the opportunity to engage with your content. You're going to be able to give your workshop attendees the opportunity to follow you. They're going to either have a document, maybe a PDF, or they're going to have something written in their hands. And basically what this is going to mean is that you are going to be converting your content, whether it's from audio or video or text, into your presentation software. In other words, you're going to be distilling everything down into a PowerPoint presentation that you're going to be not only showing people, but you're going to give them a copy of while they're at the actual presentation. Of course, you can give them a word processing document also. Now fourth, you will be able to use the PLR for any example video that you want to show while you're in the workshop. That works particularly well are hands-on or technical videos that explain processes. Now, when you're presenting, you will at times need a break from what you're talking about. So in other words, people can't process a lot of ideas or new information. They need a break in the routine so that they will be able to catch up with you and really almost exhale to get the information that you're trying to present to them. And being able to show them a video is a good way to keep that content moving and to keep the people engaged. Now you can also use checklists that you get in PLR or mind maps. These are great giveaways as a reminder of your presentation, whether you give them out ahead of time, but definitely afterward. So you've already done the presentation, you've gone through several steps, and maybe it's going to be difficult for the people to remember what it is that you talked about. Well, this is why you give them a checklist on the way out the door, or you email them a checklist that reminds them of your presentation so that they can get a sense for what it is that you talked about and they have it clear in their minds, and then they have you at the top of their mind when you get ready to make an offer. Now, if you brand these PLR checklists and the mind maps, what's going to happen is they're going to be able then to share them with other people when they're excited about them. So if you've given good content during your workshop, you're going to have this branded PDF or this branded sheet of paper, and people are going to be able to share it with other people who may be having the same problem or who may be trying to accomplish the same goal, and they will then be exposed to your brand. Now, what you want to do is to re-image as many of the graphics as you can fit into your audience. And so what that means is that you want to get graphics that are made for the business opportunity niche. So you want to make sure that your graphics frame the overall presentation and even frame the goals of people who are going to be interested in your particular topic or your particular niche. Now, a great way to add value after the workshop is to be able to provide post-workshop content. Now, this you can use PLR for, especially because you're going to be giving this to your attendees, again, as a reminder of what it is you talked about and to continue to give them value and to seed them and get them ready to make a purchase from you. You can also use your PLR as webinar content for those who are unable to attend your workshop live. So maybe they could not attend and get the benefit of what you were presenting. You can certainly do the same presentation, but you can add additional benefits to the online session to keep people engaged in that medium. Now, this means that you'll primarily be using PowerPoint and PDFs to distribute while you speak on the webinar. And most importantly, you can use that PLR to create an offer for the product you're going to be selling after your webinar. So you're going to get these people onto a webinar where you're going to give them mostly content. You're going to give them good information. You're going to show them how to solve some of the problem, but then you are going to be moving them toward making an offer. Now, in some cases, you can purchase an entire solution in PLR, including the front end, the back end product, and everything you're going to need in order to do the presentation and make an offer. Now, of course, it's perfectly acceptable to piece the whole thing together. You can get the offers from one place, you can get the content from another place, as long as it's relevant to the people who are going to be attending and that the offers are going to be enticing to them and really help them and give them value. And all of this is going to be very easy to do inside of any of the affiliate platforms like JVZoo, Warrior Plus, ClickBank, or Zaxa. Now, all the same content can typically be used in the same context for small businesses if the graphics reflect what they'd be comfortable seeing. So you want to make sure that your graphics frame the presentation and frame the offer for small businesses, not necessarily for people who are in the business opportunity niche. And when you use PLR for your workshop, make sure to keep in mind the structure of your workshop. So that means that you're going to want to present part of the content and sell another part. So you've got a piece of PLR or you've got some content pieces. You want to look at that content in terms of which part are you going to present and which part is going to be the offer. Typically what you want to do is you want to tell them what to do in your presentation and then show them how to do it in your offer. That's an easy way to think of the break between how you structure the content or how you divvy it out to put in both offer and presentation. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.